Well, here's to another garden update. It's the 8th of August. I just picked a bunch of broccoli and cauliflower out of here. It's starting to go nuts. We will be able to continue picking on the ones that I cut the heads off of. They have like little broccoli sprouts like down there. Like you can see a couple. Some of these, they just didn't grow very good. These ones did pretty well. There'll be little shoots of broccoli on the side, so I'll just continue to let them grow and pick them, and we'll eat them in salads and whatnot. The Brussels sprouts are really starting to put on some Brussels down there. You can see them. The celery's starting to do good. Obviously my weed patch is doing amazing. I don't know what kind of plant that is, but beat it, nerd. I don't think my cabbage is gonna do so hot. Got nice leaves on it, but not much of a head in there. Swiss chard and whatnot's still doing all right. Got a few broccoli on this side yet to harvest when they get a little bigger. The beets are buried. You could just barely tell they're there in the chickweed. Green beans did terrible. Spinach, I just let it go. Something for the bees to work on. Lettuce, I pulled the chickweed back from, not so great. And then that row of potatoes is doing all right. I pulled a bunch of the chickweed back. Supposedly there's carrots in there. I'm not holding my breath. Don't think we're gonna have much of a carrot harvest. Cauliflower, I popped off some of the heads. There's a few heads left in here. And then there was some broccoli down here. I popped some of their heads off. The onions are still doing good. Looks like I got a couple big walla wallas over here. Oh yeah. Hopefully they continue to do well. The chickweed still continuing to do well, if anybody's wondering. It's the best growing stuff on earth. If everything would grow like chickweed, man, can you imagine the harvest? I'm still not sure why it grows so well, how it can take over everything. But I do know that if you shake this stuff, the seeds literally go everywhere. That's why they will no longer have a place to grow in this garden after this year. The red onions are doing okay. The bigger ones down here. We had stalks on some of those. But anyway, back to the main project out here. I'm gonna start pulling these up. You can see they're turning yellow. So that means that the outer leaves are gonna start dying. And you don't want the little paper here to be broke. So if you go too long, it'll break and it won't stay as long. So we're going to dig up all these garlic here and see what we get. I usually dig them up with the shovel. Just loosen the soil. You don't want to pull on them because a lot of times they're pretty deep down in there. So just pull them. We're not going to rinse these off. I'm going to let them dry. I'll hang them up to dry with the dirt on them. I'll just kind of brush them off. Once they're all dry, then I'll come back and snip the roots off real close, and then I'll snip the stems off. These are the German whites. They do really good. Normally they're a lot bigger than this, but something's lacking this year, or it's the presence of all the chickweed. I'm not sure, but from here on out, I'm just going to plant the German whites. They do way better than everything else in my garden. Well, in my experience anyway, growing it. So that's what we will have. I don't know if I'm going to even plant any this fall, just because I got to get this mess of a garden in order. And I'm probably going to end up having surgery this winter on my wrist. So I don't know how much anything I'm going to get done. I don't even know if I'm going to get any trapping done this winter. Look at the size of that bad boy. And that's not even as big as they normally get. They usually get bigger, a lot bigger than that. Where they're wet. It's been raining a bunch the last 2 days. It's been raining a ton. Surprisingly enough, the soil seems to be wet enough that I can just pull them right out and they're not giving me any resistance, so I might just pull the rest instead of wasting a bunch of energy digging them. Let's try some of these that get further away from where I dug. Oh yeah, coming right out. No problem. Well, maybe not. See, that's what happens when you pull on them and they're wet. You'll pull that protective layer right off them. So this is a chestnut red or chestnut red. Didn't do very well. Those are about the size of a, I don't know, ping pong ball. Won't be planting those again. What a pain these are. I think it's called chestnut red or something like that. I don't know. I had it all separated out. I just know what the German whites are. These are supposed to be a hard neck as well, but that chickweed just beat them up so bad. Me in there trying to weed them. Knocks them over. And you bust them off. Like that'll have to be eaten right away. Same with that one. Those back there, those are all leaks. I have a feeling digging potatoes is going to be wonderful. The fall's coming. Leaves are slowly starting to turn colors. So it's time to get the rest of these fall chores done. And get after some moose, some doll sheep, maybe. I can ever get out of here. Well, it looks like that's it for the garlic. Get all this stuff picked up and we'll get it laid out. I'll have to get a table and we'll lay it out in the lean-to of the shop so it can start to dry out. Boy, it is muddy wet. Overall, it's not too bad of a harvest, but could have done a lot better. That's the reds. You kind of see the difference. Some are good sized. Yeah. We'll get this set out. I'll come back for you. Brought a little help to take this back. Well, that's it for the garlic. I was going to put them on the table, but I think I might hang them all up to dry. We'll see if I can find some string. Maybe I'll just hang them right here. I'll find me some string. Alright, so I found some string here. We'll do some varying lengths of this stuff. So you don't really have a whole lot of hooks there. I guess probably the easiest way is to tie a knot in the end of it, a square knot, pull it tight, come around here and tie a slip knot. Then you can take about that many right there. Slide it through the slip knot. Oh man, boo. Oh, I pulled the wrong one, I think. Alright, there we go. Try this again. Put these through here. Cinch that down. Not too terribly tight, and then you can just tie a knot like this. And voila. There you have it. Garlic hanging. Well, so we'll continue to get some more of these hung here. You tie them in different lengths. That way you can hang multiple on each one, like so. I have to go get some more screws and put on here to make some more room for the red ones. Probably got enough for the German whites. Tell you one thing, it smells good in here. There's fresh garlic in here. Can't beat that smell.